Have you ever felt like the more you try to hold on to someone, the further they seem to slip away? Or maybe, in the quiet moments of distance, you find yourself longing for something deeper, something more meaningful. Relationships are never easy. There are ups and downs, moments of closeness, and times of space. But what if I told you that the secret to becoming more attractive, more connected, and more in love doesn't lie in holding on tighter, but in knowing when to step back? In this video, we'll dive into a powerful truth. Sometimes, the more we allow ourselves and our partners the space to grow, the stronger the bond becomes. It's in this balance of scarcity, mystery, personal growth, and resilience that we truly find the magic in love. Stay with me, because today we'll explore why you might become more attractive when you move away, and how that simple shift can change everything in your relationship. Number 1. The power of scarcity. The power of scarcity in a relationship is a fascinating and deeply rooted psychological concept that has profound implications for how we interact with others and how attraction and emotional attachment are formed. At its core, scarcity taps into one of the most primal instincts in human nature, the desire for what is hard to attain or what seems limited in availability. This idea can be traced back to our evolutionary biology. Humans have always been wired to value resources, whether tangible or emotional, that are rare or difficult to obtain. In relationships, this idea manifests itself in various ways and can significantly influence attraction, desire, and emotional bonding. One of the most striking effects of scarcity in a relationship is its ability to increase the perceived value of the other person. When someone becomes less available or emotionally distant, it triggers an automatic reaction in the other person: curiosity, intrigue, and sometimes even longing. The mind begins to attach more value to the individual who is harder to get, as if their affection or attention is a rare commodity that must be earned, rather than something given freely and abundantly. This sense of scarcity creates a kind of emotional investment, where the individual on the receiving end begins to work harder, think more about the relationship, and, most importantly, start to value the time and connection they have with that person. In relationships, people are naturally drawn to what seems elusive or hard to grasp. This can explain why someone may feel more attracted to a person who is not constantly available or who doesn't always reveal their full emotional world immediately. This is also why the push and pull dynamic in dating can be so magnetic. When one person creates a sense of emotional scarcity by being less available, it can awaken a heightened desire in the other person. This is often seen in playing hard to get scenarios, where the one who remains somewhat elusive increases their perceived value and makes the other person work harder for their attention or affection. The concept of scarcity doesn't just apply to physical proximity or availability. It also relates to emotional and psychological availability. When a partner is more emotionally reserved, when they don't immediately reveal every thought and feeling, it creates a sense of mystery that can make the other person more curious and more interested in what's behind the emotional walls. However, the power of scarcity is a double-edged sword. While it can build attraction and emotional investment, it can also backfire if overdone or misused. Too much emotional withdrawal or absence can create feelings of neglect or insecurity, leading to frustration, confusion, or even the erosion of trust. If a person feels like they're constantly chasing someone who is perpetually distant or unavailable, they may start to feel disrespected, undervalued, or unimportant, which can lead to disengagement or emotional detachment. Thus, while scarcity can be a powerful tool to keep a relationship exciting and engaging, it needs to be carefully calibrated. The key is finding the balance between maintaining enough availability and connection so that the other person feels valued and appreciated, while still allowing moments of absence to create space for reflection, desire, and longing. In modern relationships, particularly in the age of constant communication and social media, it's easy for people to become overly available, responding instantly to texts, calls, and messages. In this environment, scarcity can serve as a refreshing contrast, a way to maintain a sense of individuality and independence, and to make the time spent together feel more precious. It's also essential for personal growth and maintaining a healthy dynamic. Individuals in a relationship need space to nurture their own passions, interests, and sense of self, which in turn makes them more attractive to their partner. This type of emotional and physical space allows both individuals to have lives outside the relationship, which paradoxically makes the connection stronger when they do come together. When implemented thoughtfully, scarcity can help create a sense of appreciation for one another. If a partner is not constantly available, the time spent together becomes more meaningful, and both individuals have the opportunity to develop their emotional bonds in a more deliberate, intentional way. The moments of absence allow for space to miss each other, to reflect on the importance of the relationship, and to develop a deeper emotional connection. The person who once seemed distant or elusive becomes more alluring because their affection or attention is not something that can be easily taken for granted. They are a source of intrigue, desire, and value, and this makes them all the more attractive in the eyes of their partner. In conclusion, the power of scarcity in a relationship lies in its ability to heighten emotional engagement, spark desire, and deepen connection. It plays on the human tendency to value things that are rare or hard to attain, while simultaneously creating a balance of mystery and emotional investment. However, scarcity should be used wisely. Too much emotional withdrawal or distancing can cause harm and lead to disconnection, while just the right amount can keep the relationship exciting, dynamic, and ultimately more rewarding for both partners. It's a delicate dance of giving and withholding, allowing each person to feel both valued and desired, and ensuring that the relationship continues to grow and thrive. Number 2. Mystery and intrigue. Mystery and intrigue in a relationship serve as the unseen forces that quietly shape the connection between two people, creating an emotional tapestry that is both complex and mesmerizing. The early stages of any relationship are often shrouded in a veil of mystery, where partners are not fully known to one another, and this unfamiliarity becomes a magnetic force that draws them together. Each conversation, every glance, and even silence holds potential for hidden meanings, leaving room for imagination to roam freely. In this space, curiosity is both a gift and a challenge. It fuels a desire to discover more about the person standing before you. It is the sense of not yet knowing everything about them that creates a unique sense of excitement, making each interaction feel like a treasure hunt. What makes them tick? What are their deepest desires? What are the shadows they carry with them? These unanswered questions transform the mundane into something more intriguing. Intrigue adds a layer of complexity, often manifesting in small, deliberate moments that are not fully explained. A casual remark, a mysterious smile, or a seemingly cryptic action can leave the other person wondering, what did that mean? The beauty of intrigue lies in its ability to provoke thought without giving away all the answers. It makes someone want to dig deeper, to uncover the layers, while still holding on to a sense of mystery that keeps them coming back for more. This interplay creates a dynamic that is both thrilling and seductive, where the idea of being known is always a step just beyond reach, tantalizing the mind and soul. It's not about playing games or hiding intentions. It's about creating moments of wonder that prevent a relationship from falling into predictability. However, it's crucial to find a balance in the dance of mystery and intrigue. Too much mystery can lead to confusion or emotional distance, creating a sense of emotional disconnection where one partner feels like they are constantly chasing shadows. On the other hand, an overload of transparency can strip a relationship of its sense of adventure, turning it into something flat and devoid of surprise. The key is in the subtlety of it all, the little things that leave room for imagination without crossing into ambiguity that breeds insecurity. The essence of this dynamic is to allow space for both partners to maintain a sense of individuality and curiosity while simultaneously deepening their connection. As time passes, the mystery may fade and the relationship might settle into deeper levels of understanding. Yet this doesn't mean that intrigue has to disappear. Instead, it evolves. What was once an enigma about a person's past becomes an exploration of their evolving present, the nuances of their emotions, and their future aspirations. The intrigue now lies not in hidden facts, but in the discovery of how each partner grows, adapts, and changes over time. Relationships built on mystery and intrigue are not static. They are living, breathing entities that continuously shift, transform, and present new challenges and discoveries. The excitement doesn't come from uncovering everything, but from continuously learning more, even when it seems there's nothing left to know. In relationships that maintain this balance, intrigue becomes the spark that keeps the flame of passion alive, while mystery becomes the foundation for deeper emotional bonds. The tension between the known and unknown ensures that the connection doesn't grow stale, but instead remains a dynamic and evolving journey. It's the unknown that keeps us invested, the mystery that makes us want to explore further, and the intrigue that keeps the relationship fresh. Ultimately, the true beauty of this dynamic lies not just in the allure of the unfamiliar, but in the shared joy of discovering each other, one moment at a time. This ongoing journey of discovery, with its ebb and flow of mystery and intrigue, is what often leads to the deepest and most enduring connections. Number 3. Focusing on inner growth. Focusing on inner growth in a relationship is a transformative and powerful approach that benefits both individuals and the connection they share. At its core, inner growth involves the continuous process of personal evolution, embracing self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and a commitment to becoming the best version of oneself. In relationships, this means actively seeking personal development and nurturing one's inner self, rather than relying solely on external factors like appearance, success, or social status. When two people in a relationship prioritize inner growth, they are essentially acknowledging that both partners have unique journeys to embark upon, and that those journeys are just as important as the shared path they walk together. By focusing on individual growth, partners learn to develop a deeper understanding of themselves, their desires, fears, and aspirations. This knowledge is crucial because it forms the foundation of a healthy relationship, as each person can communicate their needs clearly and respectfully, fostering a stronger bond. Personal growth also invites vulnerability, allowing individuals to confront their insecurities and past trauma in a safe and supportive space. When a relationship is grounded in mutual respect for inner growth, both partners feel empowered to explore and confront their emotional landscape without fear of judgment. This openness not only strengthens their emotional connection, but also builds trust and security, creating a sense of safety where both individuals feel valued for who they truly are, not for the roles they are expected to play in the relationship. In this environment, partners can practice emotional regulation, develop a greater sense of empathy, and learn the art of active listening, all of which are crucial for fostering long-term emotional intimacy. Moreover, when both partners actively engage in their own personal growth, it becomes easier to recognize and respect each other's boundaries and personal space. This doesn't mean creating distance or emotional detachment. Rather, it allows each partner to have a sense of individuality, which is essential for the health of the relationship. It helps to prevent codependency, where one person's happiness and sense of self-worth become overly reliant on the other, and instead promotes interdependence, where both individuals are strong and self-assured, yet still deeply connected and supportive of one another. Inner growth in a relationship also encourages resilience, the ability to face challenges and setbacks together without losing sight of one's personal development or the growth of the relationship as a whole. When both people focus on nurturing their inner selves, they create a partnership that is rooted in emotional depth, self-awareness, and mutual respect. This fosters a healthier, more balanced dynamic, where love is not contingent on perfection or external validation, but rather thrives in the freedom of self-expression and the shared commitment to growth. By choosing to grow together while honoring each other's individuality, a relationship becomes not only a space for love, but also a sanctuary for personal evolution. In this sense, inner growth becomes the cornerstone of lasting, fulfilling relationships, where love is continuously cultivated, deepened, and transformed. The relationship becomes a shared journey of both personal and collective growth, creating a bond that endures and flourishes with time. Number 4. Perceived independence. Perceived independence in a relationship plays a significant role in how individuals maintain their sense of self and balance within the dynamic of partnership. While mutual closeness and emotional connection are vital to the success of any relationship, the perception of independence is equally important, as it allows each partner to retain a sense of autonomy and personal growth. Independence doesn't mean a lack of support or emotional detachment, but rather it is the ability to thrive as an individual within the context of the relationship. This perception helps avoid unhealthy dependencies, where one partner might rely too heavily on the other for validation, decision-making, or emotional stability. Instead, each person can confidently pursue their own goals, hobbies, and friendships, which can enhance the relationship's overall quality. The idea of independence is often tied to self-esteem, as individuals who feel they can stand on their own are more likely to bring a healthier, more balanced energy to their relationship. Furthermore, perceived independence fosters respect between partners, as it demonstrates trust in each other's ability to function as individuals while still cherishing the bond they share. Over time, this balance of closeness and independence can lead to stronger, more resilient relationships, where both partners are secure in their personal identities and supportive of each other's growth, rather than feeling threatened by it. The key is striking a delicate balance, where both partners feel emotionally fulfilled without becoming so enmeshed that they lose sight of their individuality. It's this perception of independence that can often make a relationship more attractive, as it reflects maturity, trust, and a healthy respect for boundaries and personal space, leading to a more enduring and satisfying connection. Number 5. Reflection enhances value. Reflection plays a crucial role in enhancing the value of a relationship, as it provides the space and opportunity for both individuals to grow, understand, and evolve together. When partners take the time to reflect on their interactions, feelings, and experiences, they can better appreciate each other's perspectives and recognize the nuances of their connection. This self-awareness and mutual understanding foster deeper empathy and emotional intimacy, key ingredients for a lasting bond. Reflection allows individuals to identify areas of strength within the relationship, celebrating moments of joy, love, and support, while also offering the chance to address challenges constructively. By contemplating past interactions, both partners gain insights into their needs, desires, and boundaries, which can help avoid misunderstandings and prevent resentment from building up. Moreover, it opens the door for growth by enabling each person to improve themselves and their contributions to the relationship. Whether through conversations, journaling, or quiet contemplation, reflection encourages mindfulness, helping couples to stay grounded and connected in an ever-changing world. Ultimately, the more one reflects on a relationship, the more they realize its value, not only in terms of shared experiences and mutual affection, but also in the lessons learned, the emotional resilience built, and the deepened bond that forms when two people truly see each other for who they are and choose to grow together. This continuous process of reflection is what elevates a relationship from a mere connection to a meaningful, fulfilling partnership. Number 6. Contrast and comparison. Contrast and comparison within a relationship can shape the emotional and psychological landscape of both individuals involved, often influencing the direction and quality of their connection. On one hand, contrast in relationships, the differences between two people, can be exciting and enriching. These differences could span personality traits, interests, cultural backgrounds, or life experiences, each creating a unique dynamic where each partner learns from the other. At the beginning of a relationship, these contrasts can feel thrilling, adding a sense of adventure as both individuals navigate the unfamiliar terrain of each other's worlds. The opposites attract theory often holds true in these moments, where the attraction lies not just in commonalities, but in the contrasting qualities that each person brings to the relationship. However, as time passes, the initial charm of contrast can begin to feel like a double-edged sword, especially when the differences grow too stark, leading to misunderstandings or frustrations. The role of comparison, however, introduces a different dimension to these contrasts. While contrast focuses on the differences themselves, comparison shifts the lens to how those differences measure up to other experiences or expectations. Often, comparison manifests when one partner starts to assess the current relationship through the lens of a past relationship, or perhaps according to the ideals set by society, friends, or family. This comparison can breed discontent, as one partner may feel they do not measure up to the other's expectations or the shadow of an ex-partner, leading to a sense of inadequacy or emotional distance. The subtle tendency to compare one person to another can be destructive, as it creates a sense of competition rather than collaboration. When comparison becomes a regular pattern, it often distorts reality, causing the partner to overlook the unique strengths of the present relationship in favor of past associations or unattainable standards. However, when used constructively, both contrast and comparison can offer valuable insights. Contrast can serve as an opportunity for personal growth, pushing each partner to explore new aspects of themselves, challenge their assumptions, and adapt. For example, a partner with a completely different approach to problem-solving might teach patience or a new perspective on handling stress, while a partner who values quiet moments might encourage one to embrace introspection. In these cases, contrast serves as a catalyst for growth rather than division. On the other hand, comparison, if used mindfully, can also provide clarity. It can highlight what works well in the relationship, reinforcing positive behaviors or mutual values that both partners share. The key is that this comparison should be between the relationship and the growth both partners have experienced together, not against an external or unrealistic standard. Moreover, the struggle between contrast and comparison often reveals deeper insecurities or unmet needs within the relationship. The more a person compares their partner to others, the more they may feel they are lacking in some area, whether it be emotional support, communication, or physical intimacy. The challenge lies in recognizing that every relationship is unique, and those differences, while they may at times feel burdensome, can ultimately be the very traits that deepen the bond between partners. Instead of seeing the contrast as a threat, it can be reframed as an opportunity to build a more dynamic and resilient connection. This requires embracing the differences as a way to understand each other on a deeper level, rather than seeking constant validation through comparison. In the long run, the balance between contrast and comparison can either fortify or erode a relationship. If partners are able to celebrate their differences and use them as building blocks rather than obstacles, they can develop a more profound connection, one that is based on respect, empathy, and acceptance. Rather than focusing on how they compare to past relationships or external ideals, they focus on creating a partnership that honors their unique bond. When both partners resist the urge to compare each other to others or to measure their worth based on differences alone, the relationship has the chance to flourish. Ultimately, the success of a relationship lies not in eliminating contrast or comparison entirely, but in learning to navigate them in ways that promote growth, mutual understanding, and emotional fulfillment. Number 7. Emotional resilience in a relationship is not just about enduring difficult moments, but about understanding how to grow stronger and closer in the face of adversity. Relationships, by their very nature, are filled with challenges, whether it's external stressors like work, family pressures, or financial strain, or internal struggles like miscommunication, emotional conflict, or differing values. The key to emotional resilience is the ability to face these challenges together, not as adversaries, but as a unified team. This requires each partner to develop a strong sense of emotional intelligence, which includes self-awareness, empathy, and the capacity to regulate one's emotions in healthy ways. Instead of allowing frustration or anger to fester, resilient individuals in a relationship practice open communication, expressing their feelings without blame or judgment. They also approach conflicts not as obstacles to the relationship, but as opportunities to understand each other better and resolve issues constructively. This emotional resilience is rooted in trust, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to growth. Resilient couples understand that difficult times will come, but they approach them with a mindset of problem-solving and compassion, knowing that overcoming challenges together strengthens the bond. When one partner falters, the other is there to provide support, encouragement, and reassurance. They know how to give space when needed, knowing that sometimes personal time is essential for emotional clarity, and they're also there to reconnect when both partners are ready to work things through. Moreover, emotional resilience means not only adapting in the moment, but also learning from each experience. It requires vulnerability, the ability to share fears, insecurities, and desires openly, without the fear of judgment or rejection. This vulnerability fosters a deeper level of trust and emotional intimacy, allowing both partners to lean on each other during tough times and celebrate successes together. It's also essential to practice forgiveness and patience, as mistakes and misunderstandings are inevitable. The resilient couple doesn't dwell on past wrongs, but rather focuses on how to move forward with understanding and empathy. They know that emotional resilience isn't a destination, but a continuous journey, one that evolves as they navigate life's inevitable changes. This ability to bend without breaking, to face hardships with grace and love, ultimately creates a relationship that is not only enduring but thriving. Resilience in love means that even when life challenges the relationship, it comes out the other side stronger, with a deeper, more profound connection. As we wrap up, I want you to remember this. True connection doesn't thrive on constant proximity or being available at every moment. It's in the spaces between, the room for growth, the mystery that keeps things exciting, and the resilience to face challenges together. When you give yourself and your partner the freedom to evolve, to embrace moments of distance, you create a bond that is unshakable and full of depth. So, the next time you feel the urge to hold on tighter, take a step back and reflect on the power of letting go. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you maintain balance and growth in your relationships? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you want more content on building stronger, healthier connections. Remember, love is a journey, and sometimes the most beautiful moments are born from the spaces we create together.